Hi, everybody. I'm live. I hope everybody's doing well. My mother's watching a movie in the background. If you're wondering what she's watching John Wick 2. So I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody's had a good day. Right now, it was raining and pouring before. I would have come on earlier, but Miss Ann had come on, so I didn't want to disturb her. Hi, Beth Ann. Is going to be coloring from... Today, we are coloring a page from World of Flowers by Johanna Basford. I haven't downloaded Johanna's daughter's book yet, but I will very shortly. I think I will do that. So today, we're going to do a new page in it. Know that this is the picture we've decided to do today. So I have my Prismas, I have my Pablos, I have my Polys with me today. So that's what we have done today. So hope everybody's doing well. This is Scarlet Red, or Scarlet Lake as it's called in the Prismas. Today we will be straight coloring. Yes, today is going to be a pencil day because I want to color with pencils today. Yesterday we colored with markers. Hi, Shalene, how are you? Marita is a beautiful diamond painting, isn't she, Shalene? That painting is just absolutely beautiful, Shalene. I guess my mother decided that she didn't want to watch the movie while I was streaming. It didn't bother me, really. That painting, I saw that and I had to get that. I have that too. I still got to finish the thing. This is pink. The Christmas. I just straight color, Emily. I don't do anything fancy unless I'm working with markers. But even with markers, I pretty much go straight. Last month we were doing Kirby. This month is going to be Johanna with some other stuff in there. Did you see, Emily, that Johanna's daughter came out with the coloring book? It's a little one. It's a freebie. But from what I've been hearing, it's really, really cute and really, really sweet looking of a coloring book. But it's free on the Johanna's website. You did? Hi, Robin. How are you? Oh, if you guys want to see, Shalene, yesterday we went over, we colored this in the stream with my new markers, the Monalini, as they call them, Monalini. We did this picture with the new Monalina. Shalene, it's Johanna Basford for this month and next month, so I gave it like 2 months. So if I don't finish pictures, I have another month to do it. So it's the same thing for this month and next month. And it's called Summer of Johanna. So then I did a second picture with the Monolinis, guys. And then I put some pencil work in to smooth out the skin. You can use pencil to smooth out the skin. So I did this also with Monolini. Guys, who does this girl look like? Honestly, when I see her, I see a Paris Hilton. When Paris Hilton had that long blonde hair. Come on, she does look like a Paris Hilton. So I did this with the Monolini and I smoothed out the skin with pencil. So you can use pencils to smooth out your marker if you don't like the way the skin tone came out. That's just a little trick to smooth it out. Use the pencil to kind of smooth it out, and I use the Faber-Castell to smooth out the skin. Not a Prisma. Oh, who's bothering me now? If it's packages, tell them I'll be down for it later. Or you can go down and get it for me. Bus. Kind of curious what I got. This, I think, is what is this? PC 1038. So I'm going to do this. I am curious to know what it got. Because I ordered from so many different places. Yeah, but I have to go all the way downstairs and wear a mask to get it. Let me see who it's from before I figure out. See who the package is from, so I know. It's for you. It's a Zulily package. It's her. Sorry, guys. It's my mother's package. It's a Zulily package that she ordered. See, with these, I like doing these. We have the swordfish. So, this is my Vivid Rose. That's what happens when you press too hard with them. You know, this book kind of reminds me of Johanna's first one. It's sorry, guys. It's not really my package. It's really my mother's. It's a Zulily package. Mm-hmm. So I'm just getting from another set that I like to use. This is called Purple. This is from the Pablos. Oh, those are supposed to be good. You know what I like about these this book, as opposed to a lot of the other Johannes, was this is very reminiscent of Secret Garden. I used to have that book, and then I had to make room, and unfortunately, I could not keep the book. So, sometimes you have to make decisions about what you keep and what you don't keep in the house. Where did that come from? We'll color that up with whatever we decide to color the background. Hi, hi, Tanya or Murray. Victoria's Gemini colors. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I missed their channel. I really do miss Tanya and Mary. That's okay. We haven't been on very long. You ever see a picture and it just says, color me, color me, color me? Mm-hmm. Apricot? This is apricot in the Pablos. Yes, I use a lot of different pencils when I color because there's a lot of different color combinations and shades depending on what you're using it from. So, Ann, I said hello. I love Ann. Yesterday we did markers, Emily. So I was testing out new markers yesterday. So this is vermilion. This is like an orangey red. We all color differently. It's been weird. I had to go on a walk because my mother wants to go out on a walk when it's hot. I'm like, I swear, it was so hot on the walk. It's like, it was really nice to go outside, but my mother was like, come on, you need to lose weight. You need to do this. I'm more like, I don't really want to do these things, but, my mother's like, come on, it'll be fun. It'll be fun. So I was like, okay. That's okay, Shana. You know what, Lori? I cannot keep track of combinations. I'm just the person who just does what she feels. Like I'm a go with the flow colorist. I tried to keep track of combinations and it just didn't work for me to do that because that's not the way my mind works. Some people are more oh, they could do, all those combos and things like that. I'm more of a go with the flow, but I know what colors work well with each other. I'm like, I'll try this and that. Like your blues and purples work together, your reds and pinks work together. All that stuff works well together. So it all works differently. I did see the Jade Summer, but because I have the line art of that book, I'm thinking I'm not going to get the new Grayscale Jade Summer. Not yet anyway, because I want to actually. What's funny is that I was going through my old mermaid, my mermaid grayscale one, the really nice one with all the mermaids in the Jade Summer. I'm almost done with the first half of that book, which means I get to color those pictures all over again. So that's always fun to do. I know, it was like weird because it was so like warm and hot before. I try to put these back in the order that I originally did them in. This is burnt sienna. I know that feeling. But I didn't actually color a lot this morning. I colored actually a lot yesterday. Since I discovered coloring with markers, it's like a lot of times I don't get to color with my pencils. So when I sit down and color with my pencils, it's kind of different now. Hi, Miss Ann. Oh, Miss Ann. Yesterday, I'm going to show, guys, we're going to take a little bit of a diversion because I want to show Ann the markers that she didn't get to see yesterday. So, we're coloring from My Colorful Life. So, I'm going to show you what we colored with our new markers. There's 80 of them. And I didn't finish filling out the card, but they come with the card. So there's 80 of them, but they say there's 168 colors. So these are the colors I was able to find so far. So, of course you have this book. Did you first see it on my channel? So these are the new markers. These are the new ones. These are called Mon e Linini. There's 80 of them. You buy them for about $40. They're about $40. I think what were they, like $39, $30, or $38.99. So they come like this, Miss Ann. You look at all those marker goodness. And they have a tip. The tips are like this. And then, so they're chiseled, they're pretty nice. So they come with the card. I haven't filled out the card completely yet, so that's what we did with that. And then the two pictures I did, one I did on stream, one I did off stream. So I'll show you the one I did on stream. It's probably on. This is the one that we did on stream with them. I like them because they have, and then the one that I did off camera with them. I call this my Paris Hilton look-alike. It's Evelyn Liza, yeah, but it's the same company. That's right, Ann. It's the same company. So, yeah, it's the same company. was doing some reorganization of my shelves. Sometimes that happens. We reorganize our shelves. Yeah, it's the same company. And Prince the Eliza, Evelyn Liza books and the Demeter Victoria books. But still, I like those kind of books. I like books with portraits and stuff like that. You know what it is? I get in a stage where I color a lot of people, and then I get into the stage where I want to color flowers. No, this is not a new book. I'm gonna need to sharpen this. Oh yeah, I got a new sharpener, but it sharpens too long. Oh no. Oh yeah. You must have ice to make some nice cold drinks like lemonade, iced tea, all those fruity little drinks we need. Yeah, well, it's now. It was pouring and raining before, then it stopped a little bit, and now I'm not too sure because now it's starting to get dark again. Yeah, because it keeps the water nice and cold. I have a lot of whips in this book, actually. It's kind of funny. Then I have a few pictures I haven't done. It was so hot before, now it's like getting cooler. Yeah, well, now it's cold and like, why on my stream does it go cold, get real dark? Just think it depends on when the weather gets here. Now it's like dark. It's weird here. Just before it was bright and sunny. During my live stream, it gets. This is Empire Dream. I think I'm gonna do the top in brass. We're gonna do that with Pentel Sparkle Pop. If I get to do it today, but who knows? This may be a two-parter. This may be a one-parter. Who knows? Whatever happens with my streams. Bright and sunny. This is just when the weather decides to turn. You can't control the weather. You can control how you react to it, but you can't control everything in life. Why is there always motorcycles? I still have to watch Anne's Spree Marker review. I have not watched that 41 set that you got of markers, the Spree ones. I have not watched that yet. Well, when the quarantine first came in here, when we were, I live in a city where it's quarantine. I live right in the epicenter, so it was so different. Like before, you could hear people coming down and up the street like crazy before, and so loud, so noisy, and that was just every day. But now, I've gotten used to having it be really, really quiet. And then now all of a sudden, there's supposed to be a little bit of noise again. So it's like you got to kind of try and get back to use. There's a curfew now. It's 8 o'clock. I went out with my mother. She bought a few things. When I went to pick up what I wanted to eat for lunch, she went into the other store to pick up what she wanted. So we went to two different stores. So I met her in front of where she was because they happened to have benches where I could sit down. So she came out of that store with tons and tons of bags of stuff. Well, I shouldn't say bags. She came home with 2 bags. So I took it home with me and she continued her walk. But when she came back from her walk, she came home with more stuff. And I'm like, what is this? I asked her. It was stuff. They're like, so I was like, well, our curfew ends after tonight. After tonight, there will be no curfew, according to our mayor. But now, the Best Buy that I was going to go to, I can't go to because they're not reopening until the 18th. The same things I need at Best Buy. Some of you may have guessed what I want to buy from Best Buy. Um, yeah, I actually sent an email to my boss. So, just so I could touch base with my boss and see what I should get if I'm getting a new computer. So, we touch base on that and a few other things. Some of my coworkers still don't feel comfortable going on the trains, because they have to ride farther than me. So it's a bit of a different thing. This is grass green. So, we have to see how this shapes up. For some people, it's harder for them to travel than others, and for others, it's not a big deal. But here's the thing: I don't know how social distance is. How are you going to make social distancing work in the New York City transit thing? They've come up with an idea on how to make it work, but let's be real. How many people are going to actually follow the rules when they reopen? Here's my thing. Even if I go back to work, I still think I'm going to be wearing the mask and I think I'm going to be wearing gloves. At least for the foreseeable future until they make a vaccine for this, because I don't know about you, but I don't want to be spending my time, here in the city, and they won't even let you into the grocery stores without a mask. I know, and they've sent a lot of colorful ones. Well, you do bandanas. My mother got some of the bandana ones, the ones that are traditional masks, but they're like you put them over your face and they're like a bandana, so you don't have to put them behind your ears, but they're just a lot more comfortable. There's nothing wrong with wearing a mask. This one is light green. Sorry, that's okay, Michelle. You can always watch the stream back later. It was nice to have you, Michelle. Before an air stream, I was saying that I'm just getting a little frustrated because there's been some stuff that I ordered a while back that hasn't come yet, and I'm trying to be patient. When you try to be patient and you're trying really hard, and you're like, most of the other stuff that you ordered like 2, 3 months ago has come, with the exception of one diamond painting, um, a set of pencils I ordered. And then the other thing I'm a little upset is that a lot of people got their Color in Heaven magazines. I did not get mine, and I re-upped my subscription. I wasn't going to re-up it, but then I changed my mind and I re-upped it because they gave me a good price on it. So I decided to re-up on it. But now I'm waiting, and it's like everybody. I suspect, Barb, that we're going to be wearing masks for at least the next. This is light green. I suspect that we are going to be wearing a mask at least at the end of the year, or at least until they make a vaccine. Do you have some kind of allergic reaction thing or something with the skin, a skin condition that you do with the neck? Oh, one of those. Well, yeah, I have the ones that cover, I have those ones that look like bandanas, but they cover the neck and you wear them like you would wear bandanas, so that way they're more comfortable. And I can at least breathe. But I find that masks are hard for me to wear because it obstructs my breathing a little bit. So I try to find things that aren't, I try to find materials that are more comfortable for me to wear. A mask is uncomfortable, but, we're doing what we have to do to keep ourselves and our loved ones safe. I get mad when I see people in the store not wearing a mask. I'm like, really? Not that big of a deal to wear a mask for about 15, 20, 30 minutes when you're out, maybe an hour. So what if you spend an hour every day wearing a mask? It's not the end of the world. Now, anytime you have a condition that's like a serious one, you should take it definitely seriously. This is more cream. That's good, but you still need to take care of yourself, you know. That's the thing. Sometimes people forget that they have to take care of themselves. Alright guys, I'm going to get another set. I'm going to reach out for another set. And Miss Ann, we counted how many? So I'm going to get another set. Nugget. Who knows what this is? That's Male Cat from Ann. Oh my god, all of them must be like. Oliver's not going to be happy you found his hiding spot. This is called Nugget. Oh, Miss Ann. I do want to see. I really would like to see Kenji and Oliver in the video. Which skin tone marker went missing? What is this, Miss Ann? Yes, how long did he hide them from you, Miss Ann? I'm curious to see the answer. This is fire. These are Black Widows, guys. You notice that I have the Black Widows in the black marble case? What color was the skin tone? Why did he take your skin tone on you, Miss Ann? Yes, I really do like the Black Widows. They're very nice pencils. I've decided that the art supplies that I get the most will go over here. So this is like more for skin tones. But my three big items, the three items, I have my Prismas, my Pablos, and my Polys, which I use the most over here on my desk. Oh, this is a Venom. This is from CBO4. But you can tell I'm probably going to be ordering in a few weeks some new Black Widows. I am thinking I'm going to color the flowers in, right? And then I'm going to color the dots with a sparkly color. Oh, we're going to make this a light blue inside. And you know what's funny is this swordfish and is the first sharpener that handles my Black Widows really well. A lot of the other sharpeners do not handle Black Widows well. It took me forever to find a sharpener that did do them well, but when I went to this sharpener, it was like, hallelujah. All my pencils. Really, and they're like $18 a pack. And there's 5 different packs. So you've got the regular Black Widows, um, Black Widow regular, the Cobra, the Scorpion, the 2 skin tone sets. And then I heard he's adding another 48. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Tulip, which is a purple color. Oh, listen, can I show you my first? I'm going to show you I want to show you my very, very first color by number book. I haven't colored anything in it because I haven't done the picture of it yet. This is my very first color by number book. Miss Ann was saying, I know, I like it too. Miss Ann, this is my very first color by number book. I have never owned a color by number book. I forget who showed this on their channel. It was either Lisa or Nikki who showed it because, I watch both their channels. So they were like, oh, you must get color by numbers. So I saw the color by number and I saw the mermaid, and you know me and mermaids, how much I love mermaids. So love mermaids, fairies, anything fantasy. I love that stuff. Yeah, at first I was using it strictly for the handling books because I could not get my regular pencils to work in them, and then I found I could get them to work in different books. I did a live, and it ended up being a pencil, and that wasn't really supposed to be all my pencils, and I found a whole lot of things that I had forgotten about. I even found my gelatos. I even found a very old. And then as I clean up and get rid of stuff, and like Michelle can tell you, there were a bunch of books that I hadn't colored in, and so then I decided to give them to Miss Michelle because I thought those would be a good book for her to color in. I'm looking for a very light blue. I have the blue here. It's a light blue. Who has the light blue that I like? I know who has the light blue that I really like, but I don't think. Who has the light blue is the Prisma. Sorry guys, we gotta go back to the Prismas. They have the light blue that I like. But you know who else has the light blue that I like? I know who has the light blue that I like. Oh, that's okay, Ryan. I don't mind telling people that I give stuff to. Here's the thing. I give to people who I think will like the books because that's typically. Plus, I'm trying, I was trying to make room when I gave to a friend of mine. There were two sets of pencils that I recently gave, not to Miss Michelle, but to somebody else. To this kid in my building who said that she wanted to color, but she didn't really have any art supplies, so I gave her two of the more items that I had, two things that I think she would like. So I gave her that stuff because it made me feel better. A very pale set. This comes from the very pale set. This is VP7, and this is a Tombow Irritant pencil, or Irritant as it's called. Irritant. These are my Tombow pencils. I don't know if you guys can see, I have the 4 pencils of the 4 packs there of the duplicates. So if need be, I can always get that stuff later. But this is called Cascade, Miss Anne, from the Tombow Irritant. Now these are a harder pencil. They're kind of like the Prism that they're really, really hard. But you get a really nice shade from them. They're like some of my favorite pencils to color with. As far as if you want more muted tones and then less muted tones. It's, it helps me too, Kim, because then I don't feel like the supplies are going to waste. Hi, Charisma. You really should, Tracy, because they're a really nice set. I think they're nice to use the Black Widow, but the thing though, like Anne says, is that they are a little bit of a harder pencil to use. There that is. When going into the Tombow, they look like this. So to see if this has the VP7 in it. Not that set. I may be using my duplicate. How interesting. Meaning we're going to have to get a new color of that. No problem. You really should try them. They're a good pencil to try. They're nice. Worst comes to worst, I'll place an order for a few more 10 pencils. These are the things that happen during a live. Nope. Gonna have to order another set of these. I unfortunately don't have a extra of this, so just do what we can do. I don't have an extra pencil, but I'm gonna have to order more of these. You can order these actually from Dick Blick website. You can order these the individual pencils you need. Instead of buying a whole set, you can now order them individually. Everybody stay safe, guys. Really, if it's thundering and you need to go, I understand because you need to do what's best. When it thunders in my opinion, I don't like thunder. I don't like lightning. It's always so scary. Everybody really stay safe. I mean that. Like, I don't want anybody getting hurt if they don't have to get hurt. Now, when they tend to get this little, they tend to use these pencil sharpeners. Oh, this one's stuck. But know what this is? This is a KUL. So, this is called Cascade. It's a really beautiful color. I love this color. And this is called Cascade. It's a really lovely light blue. You know, my mother likes the stops too. My mother went inside. You know, when I'm done with the Victoria Moon thing, guys, I'm going to do a post review. It is actually, I think it's like it gets dark, then it gets light, then it gets dark. So it was raining out before. Oh, that's good. Now you'll be able to have those lovely little summer drinks, and you'll be able to have ice with all the water, some nice iced tea in. Let's put it this way: every night that I am downstairs, so 4, 5, 2 hours during my wrestling, another 3 hours when I'm doing that. So I would say I've spent about 6 or 7 hours per week doing it, and that's an estimate on this one painting because the canvas is so huge. Of these, yes, but I have to order them specifically from Dick Blick because I've not been able to find them, or I have to buy. Here's the other problem with these because they're expensive to get them. I have to also buy them from either I buy them individually from Dick Blick or I have to buy them at a in a set. Getting them at sets is very expensive. I think one set goes for about $30. And it's like 10 pencils in each individual volume, so one volume can hold up to 30 pencils. I hope to God I have another pencil that's similar to this in another set. I am working on the dragon. The Victoria Moon is a dragon, and it's a dragon around the cross. And I can tell you right now, I'm not happy with the canvas because it's very sticky. But here's my problem. Every time I try to put drills in, sometimes as I'm going along, the bottom drills are popping out, and I don't know what's causing that. So sometimes I have to re-put in diamonds that I've already put in because the diamonds keep popping out from the bottom of the canvas. Anybody ever had that problem when you're diamond painting that the bottom of the canvas, sometimes the pop comes out? This is from Victoria Moon. It's not like it's from the other places. So that's what I'm working on in the canvases. But it's like really hard. We're going to see how much we can get done with this blue. If I run out of this blue, then we'll focus on trying to find another blue. I'm not really, here's the problem I have with it. I found that doing this canvas, like I have 2 videos on this canvas. And I'll tell you right now, the problem I have with it is that when I work on it, I specifically have to have a light pad. It's really hard because it's like really tiny and it's really hard to see. And I'm a person who has really good eyesight. So even I, who have good eyesight, find that the canvas is really small. It's really hard to see it without a light pad. So when I'm working on it, I have to have that. So, but I didn't do any videos since then, but I think my next one is either going to be from Diamond Art Club or it's going to be that heart full of diamonds one where I have a collie picture. No, the little beads came off the canvas. The little drills came off the canvas. So every time I try to do the canvas, sometimes stuff pops out of the bottom. So it's like the bottom of the canvas, like as I'm working up, the bottom starts, like all the pieces start to come out of the bottom, and I don't know what's causing that. The glue hasn't come off the canvas. I will say this is the only canvas that I don't like, Miss Ann, but other than that, I love the canvases. Every other canvas I've worked on, I have liked. Yeah, I have two hanging up in my room. I have the one from Amazon hanging up right by my side closet on there. And I have the little unicorn partial one over here by my bookshelf. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the glue is holding the drill once, and the glue is not sticking to some of the places. Then I have the partial unicorn, which was my very first one, which I did, which was partial to see if I liked it, over here by my bookshelf. And then the diamond art one, the one that you guys saw me do, that have a whole diamond art thing on it. I think, what was it called? Oh, Lover's Stroll. I have hanging above my in my back wall. Is that a bad canvas? Some people like them, some people don't. I guess it depends on what you choose. And I chose this, but I didn't choose the size. Like, she just assumed the size, so I should have picked something smaller. I didn't really realize how big the sizes were going to be when I first got them. So size is not the issue with this, but honest to God, looking back on it, I wish I had chosen something a little bit smaller. I wish I had told her I want a small canvas instead of a large one. So that was my fault, and I don't blame that. And I got this for review, and so I'm not happy with it. It's not done yet, Kim. Told you I'm 70% done with it. It's not done yet. These are the problems and issues that I have with it. Then what makes it hard is for me to find time to do it. And when I do find time to do it, my mother sometimes is hanging up the table downstairs. So it's not done, Kim. It's 70% done. See, I don't mind big canvases. I just mind that sometimes the problem with big canvases is sometimes the drills. And I don't know how this is because I haven't done a big canvas yet in Diamond Art Club, so I don't really know because I've only done a 40 by 30 in Diamond Art Club. So that's the only thing I know for sure. No problem. I really love those canned green beans. One day you gotta do a video on how you can. Because I'd like to know how to do that if I ever decide to go into gardening. Bye, Miss Ann. Thank you for coming. This pencil is getting... I know, today's a weird day for us because we're all going to do our stuff. Well, I did get it for review. I didn't actually pay for it, Ann, so... Well, you roll it over, and then I think there's a fixative that you use. Some people use fixative, if I believe that's the correct term. Right, Miss Kim? There's different ways to seal your painting. Some people use Mod Podge. I've never, I don't really know that, Steela. This is a Tombow irritant, and this is called Cascade. These are from a different. That's okay. We're pretty chill here. Look, they're no pencil. Miss Sammy would call this a crime. As Miss Sammy would say that this is a pencil crime. But I use very little pencils. You know, guys, because I don't have much of this left, I don't think we're going to be able to finish this picture today. Next time I might use Flourish instead. I'm going to color some of Johanna's stuff with it. So, I'm having trouble with this, guys, so my hand is starting to get a little hard on this pencil because I'm having a little problem with this pencil. It's going to become a little chalky. You might. But there are other people who do these things called color conversion charts. And so what they basically do is take one brand of pencil and then they'll put what the other brand is for that exact color. Who does that? I think Claire did that for a while. And who was the other person doing that for a while? There was another person online who was doing that, who was putting together color charts of all the pencils, and then she would do a comparison. Yeah, Johanna's such a lovely thing to do. It's so nice to do flowers because, you know, I started off as a colorist who loved doing flowers and patterns, believe it or not. And then I got into people later. And then I started doing buildings. So my first coloring was Secret Garden, believe it or not. You know, sometimes I look back on some of the old pictures from it because I no longer have the book in my collection. I did finish that book, but that was my very first coloring book, believe it or not. It was a Johanna Basford. It was Secret Garden. Lisa does that. Thank you, Miss Kim. I think most people's first books are Johanna Basford books, believe it or not, because I think that's the what I call the gateway book. Michelle, what was your first coloring book, guys? Do you guys remember what the very first coloring book is that you colored in? Mine was Secret Garden. I think I bought it because at the time that was the big book that they were selling and pushing in the store. And then when I bought it, the guy at the store looked at me because at that time I was a big time YA reader. He goes, "Oh no, don't tell me you've gotten into this hobby now." Belinda does it for Patreon. Okay, so Belinda does it for her Patreons. A lot of us start with Johanna. I think Johanna is what we call the gateway. Yes, I am going to finish the container in blue. So I might not finish this on stream, but I might finish this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do this, and I think what I'm going to do with all the little gems is I'm going to finish it with gel pen. So next time we'll probably do one of Johanna's other books. We'll probably do something like Flourish because I can print that out and do that in marker. See? I have that actually, Cinnamon Bun Dreams. Believe it or not, I actually have that. And it's really, really adorable. I think I actually went to an event that they were hosting for it. That's good. So I think a lot of us have different books that we just love to color in. Who knows what this is? This is a Pentel Sparkle. They're a really fun company because I love gel pens. These are my favorite. These are my absolutely favorite gel pens. I enjoy coloring with gel pens more than I enjoy coloring with everything else. This is the green. No problem, Tracy. So as soon as I'm done this part here, then we'll go, guys. So then I did that, guys. So guys, thank you for coming. So I'll work on another book next time we stream. So I want to thank you guys for coming because we have to do the bottom of this. So I will color this probably in a red or blue. So Everybody have a great afternoon for the rest of the afternoon and evening. And I don't know who's streaming right now. So, guys, everybody, thank you very much for coming and have a great afternoon. Bye, everybody.